So you probably heard about the content ID drama between Rick Beato and UMG. But what you might not know is this isn't just a copyright dispute. This is a battle over the future of fair use right here on YouTube. In today's video, I'm gonna break down why I'm standing with Uncle Rick and why UMG's strategy is a massive mistake for the music industry. So let's go. By the way, my name's AJ. Welcome to the video, and full disclosure, Rick Beato is actually not my uncle, but I feel like he is because I've watched him here on YouTube for so long and I've learned so much from him. I feel like collectively we could all agree he's kind of like our cool uncle that owns a sick recording studio and knows everything about music. And that's why I'm making this video. So let's talk about the big problem here. UMG is relentlessly targeting Rick Beato's videos and serving him with content ID claims. Now, if you're not familiar with content ID, it's basically YouTube's automated cop, if you will, that detects copyrighted material in all the videos that are uploaded to the platform. When a video is uploaded and it has copyrighted material and there's a match, the copyright owner is notified, and then they have the choice of several actions. One, they can block the video from being viewed. Two, they can track the video viewership statistics. And three, they can either share or, in most cases, take all of the monetization on that video. What's crazy about this Rick Beato story is UMG is actually reclaiming videos that they've disputed and Rick Beato has won. For example, on Rick's video, The Most Complex Pop Song Ever, which was released in 2021, UMG served him an ID claim for that video. Rick disputed that claim, and according to YouTube rules, the claimant, which in this case is UMG, has 30 days to respond to that dispute. If they don't, then the person who has the ID claim is the winner, which is exactly what happened. UMG didn't respond. Rick officially won that dispute. And also, according to YouTube's rules, once a claim has been settled, which is the case for this video, then that issue is over. But according to Rick, he was just issued another content claim ID on that same video, which he already won. Now, call me wrong, but I feel like this isn't a mistake, and it feels like a targeted attack on Rick because he's such a huge creator here on YouTube. In my opinion, the craziest thing is that Rick gets content ID claims on interviews with artists. In these interviews, Rick has to use short clips of the songs that they're talking about, of the artist's song, which they're basically promoting on Rick's huge platform. So it's essentially free marketing, yet he's still getting a content ID claim. One example is when Rick interviewed Adam Duritz from the Counting Crows, and he used several of their songs when they were talking about the record and the recording process and the songwriting. And Rick got a content ID claim. Again, the crazy thing is this is literally marketing. They're marketing a song that's 30 plus years to a newer generation, one that consumes content. Yet it seems backwards to me that he's getting these content ID claims. So why should we care? Well, as an artist, this, I feel, is an attack on our right to learn and to create. Rick's videos are educational in nature. He uses short clips of songs to teach us music. This is literally the definition of fair use. If we can't do that, then this entire form of education on this platform, which I believe YouTube is the greatest platform for that, for education, then that disappears completely. One personal example of this for me is in Rick's series, What Makes the Song Great? Rick breaks down Livin' on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. This is literally one of my favorite bands. I grew up listening to this band. But in that video, I learned something crazy about music and writing music. And as a musician, I can't unhear it after he taught me that. And if you're wondering, here's the breakdown of what Rick taught us in that song. After the solo, there's like this bridge section that goes into the outro chorus, and there's a key change in that outro chorus. Of course, the key change is crazy. He actually has a video about key changes in music and how there's a lack of it. That's another video. But anyways, back to the Bon Jovi song. Between the bridge to the key change, The last 4 bars, which should be 4 beats, is actually only 3 beats. Bon Jovi cut 1 beat and then went straight into the outro chorus. And Rick explains why this is so effective, because it basically punches you in the face. Like, it's a double punch in the face from Bon Jovi, because your ear and your feel is wanting that last beat, but they don't give it to you. And then they have this crazy key change which lifts the song. Unbelievable. Now, we could hear all that and we could feel all that, but Rick explains it in such a way that's just so phenomenal, and he's such a great teacher. And that is, for me, one of the greatest lessons that I learned from Rick. Not just the key change, but how he breaks down songs and makes us all understand it. That is key for a great teacher. I also want to point out, as a fellow YouTube creator, I know how much time it takes to create these videos. Obviously, Rick is on a way different level than I am, but just to give you guys perspective on one of my videos, usually from ideation, which means me coming up with the idea, and then packaging, which is thumbnail and title, the most important thing on YouTube, just ask Mr. Beast. Filming, editing, uploading, all that. To me, I'm 6 to 8 hours into one video. This video probably has taken me that long, 6 to 8 hours to bring to you guys. And all YouTube creators work hard at this craft and this art. And honestly, we're all trying to monetize. And it's cool when you get to a level like Rick. That's what we're all striving for. And you can actually make a living doing this. And I feel like when an entity like UMG tries to steal that ad revenue from us creators, it just feels like someone is stealing from you. And it sucks for small creators like myself, but I love the fact that Rick is fighting back for, I feel like, the little guys like us. And I'm sure you can relate. As a music fan, his videos have taught us so much about making music, about how music works. And I love he's able to interview our heroes and talk about stuff that we've never heard about ever. Like, this is a crazy new way of media, and it's just freeform. Like, he can have a 1.5 to 2 hour interview with Rick Rubin and Brendan Fraser and all these greats. And it's amazing. We've never been in a time where we've been able to do that. So why is UMG doing this? Well, to tell you the truth, I don't know. Like I said earlier in the video, in my opinion, Rick talking about the Counting Crows, Brendan Fraser talking about Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Nirvana, and playing these songs, he's introducing these bands that are 30 plus years old to a new generation that consumes content here on this platform. And they might have never have heard of these bands before. I think fundamentally the music industry has shifted, and there's just a new way of consuming content. Instead of seeing YouTube creators like Rick Beato as partners, they see him as a threat to their older business model. Anyways, these are just my own thoughts, and I want to know what you think. What do you think about this whole content ID claim stuff? Like, do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Again, I just wanted to make this video for Rick Beato because he is a hero of mine, and I look up to him on this platform. I've learned so much from his channel, and I think he's a pioneer, and he's the GOAT of YouTube music. And he's just been doing it for so long, and he's just taken his platform to the next level. And we can't lose Rick Beato, because that would be a travesty if he gets another copyright strike and he basically has no more YouTube channel. But I'm sure if that ever happens, God forbid, that Rick could bounce back and he could basically rebuild another channel from scratch. Anyways, if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you. I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.